Hey there, Megan Clark here, checking in. I am your local freelance copywriter and content marketing specialist. Thanks for tuning in for video number 2. If you missed video number 1, feel free to check that out on my channel. Just a brief recap. In these 5 videos, I am breaking down the biggest trends that I am seeing in content marketing that you as a business or as an entrepreneur need to be focusing on in 2021. Tip number 1 in my video that I talked about was high quality and relevant content. Consumers are at an all-time low in terms of tolerance for interruptive or irrelevant content. So check out that video for more tips or ideas on that. This is all about tip number 2 or trend number 2. It's all about building trust. Consumers have stopped taking you at your word for what your business can offer. So that's what we're going to dive into today. Stay tuned for trends number 3, 4, and 5, which I'll post later on my channel, which are about in-person is now virtual, experiences sell products, and fans not followers. Let's dive into trend number 2, the decline in trust and truth. Going hand in hand with the increase in marketing messages that I talked about in trend number 1's video is a rise in consumer distrust. According to the Element Trust Barometer, distrust in business was at an all-time high in 2020, and that isn't likely to change across 2021. In fact, today's consumers are far more likely to trust and want to learn about your brand through your content rather than a traditional ad. It makes sense, right? Because we know and recognize ads are trying to sell us something, whereas we want your content to be telling us a story, to be telling us a little bit more about who you are, and ideally giving me a little bit of something, a little bit of value. That's why today's content marketing strategy is all about building trust and engagement. And that's why this is number 2 trend, because the focus on building loyalty with your content in 2021 by prioritizing the needs of your customers over the need to make a sale is so important. I get it. You're a business and you need to make money, but you can't make profit if you don't have customers that trust you. Your customers don't want another expert or another promise. They want someone who understands their experience, who can speak to it authentically, and who can offer a solution that feels personalized. Then deliver on that promise again and again and again. So, how should you build this into your 2021 content marketing strategy? Well, I've got 3 suggestions for you. 1, if you watched any of my videos, shouldn't be a surprise, launch a blog. A blog is a great way to engage with your audience and provide value right away. Not only can a blog build trust in your business, but it's a great way to share your company's story and speak directly to your audience in a more personal way. If you can't remember the last time that you updated your blog, or you've been avoiding launching one, it might be time in 2021 to jump on the bandwagon. Tip number 2, start a podcast. There is no medium quite as personal as a podcast due to the fact that you are speaking directly in to the ears of your listeners. With a podcast, you can provide more of a personal and authentic window into your business, mission, and story. Listeners expect off the cuff, authentic and genuine dialogue as part of a podcast. And as a result, this can be a great medium for building trust. Podcasts are not new. I'm not saying that, woo, this is the new thing of 2021, but podcasts are still a relatively unexplored medium for brands and businesses to capitalize on. Number 3, call out the BS. How can you get real with your audience through your content? Can you call out the BS in your industry or question the norm with your products or service? When you break away from the norm as opposed to trying to follow the norm, sometimes you can explore a little bit of inauthenticity that you are seeing in the industry and bring your customers along with you and help build that trust by saying, hey, we get it. This is the BS that we're seeing. Why don't you come along for our journey, because we're here to be real and we're here to be authentic. It's great trust building. Thanks for tuning in for trend number 2. In my next video, we're going to be talking about trend number 3, in-person is now virtual, and what that means for your business. So make sure to stay tuned for that video coming out next week. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.